Jeff. Fricks.
Multisyllabic words.
Terrence.
What?
Me, Toker.
I yell at it.
Sometimes Zoom doesn't let Mahogany talk, and it's a real shame.
It lets her talk. It just silences her voice, which is the same thing as not letting her talk.
Yeah, what is the act of speaking if the recipients can't hear you?
I don't know. If a tree falls in the forest, does anybody hear it if they're not there?
Nope.
Nobody hears it if they're not there, but
the tree still fell.
Yeah.
But did it make a noise? Yes,
it did.
Yeah.
How do we know?
Because that's the way science works, nitwit.
Yeah, sounds a wave.
Science. Okay, sounds do operate in a wave, but light sometimes works in a wave. Sometimes it works in a ray. Sometimes it works as a scatter.
But we're not talking about light.
Maybe. How loud does sound have to be to produce light?
Huh?
What are you even talking about?
I don't fucking know.
Like, I'm on my fourth beer, and I make more sense than you.
That's just as bad as saying what does sound taste like.
Oh, well, that I can tell you. If this was still 2006 and I was on a lot of drugs in my friend's bedroom. Because I felt like I tasted sound that night.
I feel like when we went to Static X, I tasted that sound.
Was that Mahogany?
I said that's going to depend on the person. What the sound tastes like.
How sensitive their stomach is.
Very subjective. I was thinking cilantro, but then you might be saying soap because you're one of those people that thinks cilantro tastes like soap.
Yeah, me. That's why Pepsi tastes like soap to me as well.
Isn't cilantro in Pepsi?
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that, Franks.
Yeah, I think you might have a brain tumor.
No, I'm with him. I think Pepsi has kind of a soap taste.
Well, especially Pepsi Zero.
I wouldn't know. I gave up after the regular Pepsi. They lost me. I was like, there's a better product.
I still dig it.
You know what?
It's fine.
The better product is right next to the worst product. It's not like, Pepsi's everywhere, but you have to go an hour drive to get a Coca-Cola. They're in the same locations.
Usually right next, in the next door over.
Unless you go to specific restaurants and then you ask for a Coke and they say it's Pepsi, okay, and then you just have to get up and leave, which is always awkward.
It's like it's like there are different beers that I only want to drink. Like some of them I only want to drink on tap. Some of them I only want out of the can. Some of them I only want out of a bottle. And I feel like that's how it is with Coke and Pepsi. Like Coke in a can over Pepsi in a can all day. Pepsi in a plastic bottle over Coke in a plastic bottle. Coke in a glass bottle over Pepsi in a glass bottle. Just depends.
So far, it sounds like Coke's winning most containers that you would drink out of.
Yeah, well, that's not what I was going for.
That's not Jaren's.
Don't worry about that. I hadn't even finished saying all the things. I said 3 things.
Name 4 containers that a Pepsi or Coke can only be found in.
Styrofoam cup.
Okay, now there's a 4th state of Coke and Pepsi, and that's the raw syrup. Which is better?
I've never had either.
Raw syrup.
There you have it.
Yeah, they sell it in the huge bags and they hook it up to the fountain drinks.
Well, whichever one you prefer out of the fountain would be whichever one you prefer the syrup of, because the only difference.
If there's gonna be too much syrup, I prefer Pepsi. If it's gonna be perfectly mixed, I prefer probably Coke. But that's just this. I feel like that's the cinnamon.
Cinnamon and Coke, huh?
Yeah. There's a hint. There's definitely a hint of cinnamon. I notice that whenever I eat a sleeve of Ritz crackers, I have to have Coke with my Ritz crackers because I'll eat one dry and then I'll stack 2 in my mouth and fill my mouth up with Coke and let that run down my throat and then crunch up the mushy Ritz crackers.
I hate you.
I know it's the weirdest thing.
Anyway.
Speaking of crackers, I was laying on the couch last night just trying to fill the time.
How is your husband?
And he was playing Path of Exile 2, which just came out 2 days ago.
Oh, did it come out? Cool.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
And and I decided to watch The Goonies. And here's the thing that stuck out to me about The Goonies on this, probably my 25th rewatch. In the opening scene where Ma Fratelli is like breaking her son out of prison, there's just one shot where they're doing their escape in the car, and it's just one quick scene of Anne Ramsey, the actress that plays her. She's just driving the wheel, and she pulls a saltine out of her purse, and she eats it. And it's never referenced in any way.
Yeah,
I don't know what
she'd been on set. She'd been on set for 8 hours that day, and they wouldn't let her eat. So she just kept sneaking saltines to her shoots, and they're like, "Well, we're leaving it in. Fuck it."
She was having low blood sugar, and it was just like, just eat some fucking saltines, bitch. I don't care.
Wait, why? Just the saltine? Just why are you doing a desperate getaway? I mean, there's a minor style point in there, I guess, but.
I feel like the Goonies are being referenced a lot because Josh Brolin's been doing a tour junket for like a new book of his, and because he's in a new movie, and he's been talking a little bit about the Goonies, and that new Star Wars thing is like been referenced as being like Star Wars is their version of the Goonies. Was it the Bad Batch?
I guess.
No.
I don't know.
What's the new one we watched?
I can't remember what it's called, but I liked it.
Yeah, it was good. It's like kids.
Is that the one with the baby Max Rebo in it?
Sure. It's got kids in it, so I'm assuming we're talking about the same thing.
Got like a snoot and like two elephants.
Yeah.
That's the baby Max Rebo.
Yeah. It's a fun show. But Josh Brolin tells a story about how they kept the boat secret from the kids in the filming of the Goonies. Because it was like a real boat, like on a set, like you don't see anymore. The huge boat. They kept it a secret because they wanted their reactions when they come out of the water and see it for the first time to be real reactions. And he said they couldn't use it because he screwed up when they came out of the water and they all saw it for the first time. All the kids were like, "Oh," and he just went, "Fuck." Like it was like an actual reaction, but not one they could put in the movie.
Yeah, well, it would have been PG-13.
They did curse a lot in that movie, like,
But not fuck.
Where was the F-bomb wait, it was only PG, it wasn't PG-13.
Yeah.
Right.
You can say shit all you want.
Shit, damn, hell.
Can't say asshole. Because that references a body part. That was in radio. You couldn't say shit on the radio. FCC said you couldn't say shit, but you could say ass and damn, but you couldn't say asshole. But you could say whole ass.
Did you say ass damn?
We said ass damn a lot. It was kind of a catchphrase for our show there for a while. So these are the two words we can comfortably say.
I remember back in the 70s watching 70s
born in 1980.
movies. I remember watching 70s movies that were PG that had titties in them.
Like Howard the Duck.
Yeah. Well, no, like people titties, not duck titties.
Is there any difference fundamentally? Anyway, welcome once again, friends, to Raiders of the Lark presents a non-conversation about the realism of titties if they're on ducks. Also, this is Earth's Most Available Heroes, a Mutants and Masterminds 3rd edition campaign.
All right.
I'm your editor-in-chief, and with me as always is the Gru, who introduced himself at the beginning during the roll call, but they are playing characters.
Cosmic Knight.
Yep. One of them is Cosmic Knight, and
the rest don't matter.
And the rest, probably don't matter. I'm not going to do a roll call, but I'll just explain to you who they are. We have Cosmic Knight, an alien from another planet who just came to Earth and decided to be a hero after watching the movie Dragonheart. Yep, that's his origin.
Mm-hmm. It definitely doesn't get darker.
Bubblegum, a shape-shifting Avenger who is doing it for the laws, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm correct. Defrag, a digital themed hero that can do pretty much anything, and the party is pretty miffed about it. No, I'm kidding. We all love you, Jeff, and Defrag is great too. And last but not least, Cyber Squatch, a cybernetically enhanced Sasquatch. When we last left off, the group had traveled far away from Earth towards the planet of Mars, whereupon they were sent on a mission by the Crusaders of Justice in order to get some parolees from the orbital space prison called the Icebox. The Icebox itself is orbiting around Mars, just to make sure it's a nice safe distance from Earth. After landing at the Icebox, getting scanned, and being given a high-tech lanyard that will allow them to avoid the various superpower countermeasures within the Icebox, they were escorted in by the Icebox guards, and they find themselves in an open area. Everything here is nice, clean, white, or shining metal, depending on where and what you're looking at it. There's also a lot of thick, transparent material that could be glass, could be thick plastics, but whatever it is, there's a lot of it, and it seems to be pretty much making up the bulk of the nearby hallways. The place is a sort of a panopticon where you can see the floors below you and the floors above you, and people moving around amongst the clear walls and floors. But directly in front of the group, there is a little old man wearing a bright yellow jumpsuit, the same kind of jumpsuit as most everyone else here, a prisoner's jumpsuit. But you do see, however, that he has something the rest do not have, and that is a small name badge.
I thought you were about to say a gun. Roll initiative.
The old man comes up to you. Ah, hello, Crusaders of Justice. How are you doing? Welcome.
Pleased to be here.
I am Curtis von Blott. I am a trustee here at the prison.
What does that mean? A trustee?
A prisoner with some privileges.
And you're here to show us.
I am here merely to escort you to where the parolees are being housed. Follow me. The old man is short, bald. He's got like a short mustache. That doesn't really it's just like the corners of his mouth that kind of point down.
Oh, the D Antwerp mustache.
I guess so. He's old and frail looking, but he walks as upright as he can. And he says, I've been watching your exploits on the television in the recreation room. We watch all the Earth programs here because local news is not something they want to feed us. They seem to think that we would do plotting locally.
I imagine that your local news just would be what's happening within the prison, yes?
No. The local news as in the rest of the solar system. Mars, the Venus colony, of course, all the planets surrounding Jupiter. Moons, I suppose, though they are treated as independent nations now. So I hear, like I said, I don't get much news. I've been here quite a while. He walks you slowly down a hall, and you can see that there is an activity area, a pretty broad area where you see a number of a lot of people you don't recognize, but some you do from historical victories of various superheroes and super teams. They're out there doing calisthenics, playing basketball, prison stuff. They have really turned this place around in the last 20 years. The rehabilitation programs have been very enlightening, though my therapist says I still lack, what do you call it?
Charisma?
Human empathy, which is a real hamper to my parole. He walks further down and says, this way. And he turns down the corridor. You can see that there are, if you remember from last session, the strange red light in the hangar that was the Icebox computer systems, the warden. You see it occasionally flaring to life as you turn down a hall. The red orb appears and then disappears in minute form. as if it is periodically checking each and every prisoner.
Are all the prisoners human that we've seen so far?
Human or human derived. Like I said, most of these prisoners are from Earth, but there has been an influx of alien prisoners as well after the previous intergalactic war. You pass by some specialized cells that are harder to see into, and the outlines in them are strange and difficult to make out. Von Blot stops in front of one of them and touches the doorway, and it kind of clears up, and you can see that there is a sort of a horned beast within it, sitting in a chair. The chair seems to be made of plastic skulls, and not even plastic skulls. They're skulls made out of Legos. Like it's just got a big Lego throne of bones in his cell. They offer plenty of enrichment items here. As you can see, the creature notices that he is being observed and looks up, and it looks like it's part man, part goat, part wolf. This creature was captured shortly after the prison was open. It spent hundreds of years preying on Earth's children. Every winter solstice, he takes his hand off, and the vision goes cloudy. Dangerous.
Was that the Krampus?
I believe that is what he's called in various cultures.
That's why you don't hear much about him. He got caught.
Oh, yes. Follow me. My bad. Are they still saying that on Earth? I don't know.
So sorry, my brain, I forgot that Christmas is coming up.
Yeah.
And so my brain went to the Creature Squad or whatever, that new DC cartoon. It has the weasel in it.
Oh, I haven't watched
Suicide Squad. And he eats children. Like that's his backstory. Is he ate a lot of children back on. That's why he's in here. I thought that's who we were talking about, but no, Krampus makes way more sense.
The old man finally comes to an end of the hall, and you see this one is much more brightly lit. You can see into it, and there's 4 figures inside. He stands aside and gestures for you all to enter. Just press the button on the door on the wall when you're ready to go, and I shall escort you back to where you need to be.
Hey, let's get this party started.
All right. Make a perception check for me, I guess. Cyber Squatch.
20.
As you go by the door, you can see the old man extend his hand towards your body. Tentatively.
I meant to ask this earlier. I don't recognize him, do I?
Let's back up a moment, shall we? Whoop, 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 whoop.
You might be wondering how I got here.
Let's back up a moment to when you first see this fellow. Cyber Squatch,
I'm kind of picturing myself almost half asleep.
Yeah, the Cyber Squatch, you find yourself a little bit more awakened when you see this fellow. There is you've been operating on like half strength, literally and figuratively, like mentally. Like you've been in kind of a dreamy but relaxed state since they put all your cybernetics on soft standby. However, whenever you see this old man, the kind of heightened fight or flight mindset that you've basically existed in since you awoke like this kind of fires back up. The man is unnervingly familiar to you, but you can't remember, because the parts of you that are good at remembering stuff like that, your eidetic memory that you've used to been leaning on for the last umpteen years has kind of been shut down.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. When you said the name, I thought I should probably ask about that. And then you kept describing things and I forgot to mention it again.
It's fine. And the whole time you were walking behind him, you feel not the robotic side of you, but the muscle side of you tensing up reflexively. And when you see the old man reaching out his arm, not for your fur or your flesh, but for the metal portions of you as you walk by, you just get the heebie-jeebies. Like, that's the only really way to describe it.
I snap my head around. Please do not touch me.
Oh, so sorry. I was admiring the work. I was a roboticist myself in my former life.
Starting to get feelings.
Sorry, your guests are waiting for you. Please, step through, Subject 53.
Is that what he called me?
Yeah, yes.
And that rings a bell?
It does. Cyber Squatch is blocking the door, guys. What are you doing?
Okay, I rolled a 23 on my self-imposed will save. So I swallow it down and I step through the door.
All right. When you
Boo. Attack him.
When you step through the door, you see 4 figures sitting in a room. Once you're inside the room, you can't see out of it. The walls are not clear on the interior spaces. There is another red globe in the top of this pretty wide area where there's a bunch of chairs. It's basically like a makeshift waiting room, and you see that there are 4 prisoners here. They are still wearing the bright yellow jumpsuits that everyone else is wearing. And they look up at you guys, and then they have different reactions to seeing you. A couple of them shrink back. One of them steps forward boldly, and another one reaches into his pocket and jams a bunch of pills into his mouth and swallows them down.
Oh.
The warden speaks up. Crusaders of Justice, these are your parolees and your charges until you leave the icebox. Prisoners, introduce yourselves. And the warden disappears. One of them, who appears to be a man-bird hybrid, looks up at you, his golden eyes flicking back and forth predatorily. His mouth opens and you hear the words, John Washington. Those of you who are around in the 90s, which would probably be what? You, Defrag?
Yep.
Recognize this guy immediately. He is the hero turned villain called Eagle Scream, formerly of the patriotic bent, but something went wrong tragically with the super soldier serum they gave him that gave him the powers of many animals, and he mutated into sort of a monstrous killing machine that seemed to have decidedly political targeting. He looks over you guys and then nods, says, "It's all right. We're all rehabilitated here. We're all ready to serve." And when he says that, you can see a shiver go up down his spine. Like, this guy loved being a soldier. The second person you get, a person who's still crunching away at pills, gives you a short wave. Curtis Harper. They used to call me the Hangry Maw. And you can see that, like, his suit is his jumper, his yellow prison suit is unzipped to the navel, and he's got a massive like mouth in his stomach that has a like a Hannibal Lecter style girdle around it.
Wait, is this one that you pulled from back in the day? Have you sent us the Hangry Maw before?
No.
God, why is that ringing a bell?
I don't know. Thought I made it up.
I love it though. Maybe I'm just thinking of Krang.
He says, they finally got my condition under control with these pills. 5,000 calories each. And he eats 2 or 3 more. The only female of the group, kind of a drop dead gorgeous, like dark haired looker. She even makes like a prison jumpsuit look erotic. In my past life, they call me Sorcerina, the Azure Curse. But I have seen the error of my ways, and I am here to help the Crusaders of Justice. Also, I am dying to get out of this horrible clothing. Sorcerina, the Azure Curse, That's more one from the history books. Like the last time any of you even vaguely remember hearing anything about it was references to the 1940s. And even then, you don't really know much. The last one is a man who is just sitting in... He's probably the most normal looking guy. He's just like a brown-haired guy, thin. He's sitting there drinking a glass of water. He holds his hand up. Stuart 0. The 1001. And you see he's got a number 0 tattooed on his forehead. Who are you people? Out of curiosity. I mean, since we're going to be traveling together to Earth, right? We're going back to Earth.
That's the plan. Hi, I'm Cosmic Knight.
Oh, good. You're an alien, right?
I take the helmet off.
Yeah, that's pretty alien.
No, that's what we look like on Earth now.
Oh, the hangry maw pounds down a few more pills. That's great. You look very blue, like a berry, a delicious berry.
It doesn't taste like one though.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying that from anything weird. I'm just saying, like, don't try to eat him.
Oh no!
What we did wasn't weird at all.
Yeah, record. He doesn't taste like one record scratch. Everybody stops and looks.
Oh, you guys are weird. Maybe.
Bubblegum?
Anyway, I'm bubblegum.
What flavor of bubblegum does he like?
I'm
Bubblegum.
bubblegum, and I don't taste like bubblegum either. Like, don't try to eat me.
I don't do that anymore. I don't do that anymore. He says, crunching up pills.
I'm trying very hard not to do that anymore.
The man bird hybrid Eagle Scream says, "Look, we're all pretty tense about this situation. Some of us have been here for a long time, a very long time, and we're just eager to get back out there and try to make amends for the godless communist crimes we committed. I mean, sorry."
Throughout this entire introduction, Cyber Squatch has just been hearing the Kill Bill theme song and keeps looking at the door and shaking his head and looking at the door, and all the while,
The warden reappears again. All right, I'm releasing your bindings, and you see that they all have like bracelets and anklets on that all just immediately pop off and fall to the ground. You are still subject to the power restrictions of the icebox, but you are free to follow the Crusaders of Justice back to their vehicle. I congratulate you on your efforts and hope that your new life is a fulfilling one. The only person to respond is the guy with the 0 on his head. Thanks, Warden. Thank you. You're welcome, Stuart. If you just treat it like, it's a guy, it's not as weird. I know that's weird itself, but you gotta get through it any way you can, right? He stands up, says, "Okay, let's get off this barge."
We're bringing them back to Earth, or we're taking them to a mining facility or something?
No, you're taking them to Earth to be made. What do you call it? To be made provisionary Crusaders of Justice.
Our new teammates, right?
Oh,
Well,
right.
Yes. These are people that are, according to the warden, rehabilitated, at least within the bounds of their personalities.
That's a pretty big caveat.
Some of them didn't really need rehabilitating. You're guessing that Curtis Harper, the Hangry Maw, didn't ask for whatever the fuck he is.
Yeah, no.
Neither did the Eagle Scream.
No. Yes, the Eagle Scream did not, definitely. The other two, however, not really knowing their powers, however, Sorcerina's powers, probably easy to guess.
I'm guessing sorceress.
Enchantress.
Yeah, the 1001, who knows?
Well,
They all stand up and say, "All right, lead on." "Yes, I'm very eager to. I love your outfit, young lady."
Yeah, I was gonna talk to you. When we had some time, I was gonna ask you about your vision for your costume.
Well, normally I wear purples and blacks, but I'm not sure if that's in or appropriate since we are taking on new assumed identities for heroism purposes.
Let's just get this right. Colors don't mean anything other than what you want them to mean. So let's not worry about that.
I like how you think.
What sort of what sort of vibe are you trying to put off? Come on, walk with me.
Okay.
A vision board.
Yeah.
We're gonna make us a vision board.
What is this Pinterest you tell me about?
You have been here a while.
The door opens up and you can see him again. The old Kurt von Blot waiting for you. Are you waiting for your escort? Are you ready to be escorted? Friends? You see a shiver go through the hangry maw as he nervously mouths down more pills. Oh God, this guy.
Parents, I am going to be paying very much attention to the old man.
Okay.
Because did we notice the interaction between him and Cyber Squatch when he was at the door?
You heard it. You heard him complimenting the work on his cybernetics.
And the last part where he actually called him Subject 51?
53.
53?
Yes.
Did Subject 53 ring a bell in my mind?
Yes, a hard alarm bell. And while everyone was being introduced to the parolees, it's basically the only thing you've been thinking about. Just hearing the voice go, Subject 53, Subject 53, Subject 53. He's not responding like the others. But that is not necessarily a bad thing. You hear in your mind, and then the voice fades out. Subject 53 has proven most resilient. I have cut away much that is part of what one would call a living creature and left behind only what is necessary to power my robotics, and then the voice fades again. And when the door opens up and you see the hangry maw shudder, God, this guy. Your brain kind of unlocks and you suddenly feel a lot of memories. Not so much remember them as just waves of remembered excruciating pain go over your entire body. Defrag, you've been looking at basically your usual personal HUD. Minerva has been doing her normal things for you, but you also see spoof Minerva that you left inside Cyber Squatch's brain, and she gives you has been giving you periodic updates, usually something visual that you can see, like A-OK, thumbs up.
Now she is waving her arms, going, holy shit, red flags, red flags.
You're not wrong, Cyber Squatch. Spoof Minerva is like hitting an alarm bell. Ding, 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 ding.
And because, first question. Are my systems online?
They are currently not, but you can feel something inside you, not mentally, not within your programming, but physically something inside you.
It's the hangry maw.
is like moving. It's like parts of you, your interior workings are repositioning themselves. The hangry maw turns and looks at you and says, man, you're clicking awful hard.
Parents. Thinking about Cyber Squatch, I'm kind of going back to thinking about Adam the Cat.
Mm-hmm.
Where Adam the Cat got powerful from his radiation sickness, and I did the reverse of healing him, trying to cure him.
Yeah.
To make him weaker.
Yes.
I'm thinking of something similar with Cyber Squatch. If I was to try to heal him, what would that do with his cybernetics?
Well, the cybernetics, as far as you can tell from the outlines you've seen, are basically the things keeping him going. Like they're keeping the blood circulating. They're keeping the they are the heart that's pumping. There's a lot of sensory information that would be utterly ripped out.
Yeah, I would be a RoboCop, basically. Like, if you were to... The fact that my cybernetics are currently in sleep mode is... that's slowed my blood pressure. It's slowed my reflexes. Like, if my cybernetics were completely shut off, like if I got hit by an EMP, kaput, I'd be dead.
While this is all going on, you see the little old man hold out his hand. Please follow me, everyone. We must, of course, get you to your spaceship so that you may go.
Reference the doctor. See if I can find any records. Why he might have ties with Cyber Squatch.
You go through some files some downloaded files that you have on like some big heavy hitters. It's hard to access anything outside of this prison. It's pretty much an enclosed box. So you're just relying on your internal stores of data, and you find the name Dr. Von Blott. Last seen stateside, or the continent side, during a 1975 op conducted by the Immortal Axis. He was captured and taken prisoner by the United States government, and then later turned over to the Reformed Crusaders of Justice in the 80s.
There is not a doubt in Cyber Squatch's mind that this is the guy who did this to me.
One of them, definitely.
Yep. I can't not. So I'm going to all-out attack. I'm going to Hulk smash him like Loki in the first Avengers movie.
Okay.
I'm going to quick grab and I'm going to slam him into the ground.
All right. Give me an attack.
Yeah. Cyber Squatch lets out the most feral scream, throat ripping. Ooh, natural 15 for a 26.
Cyber Squatch, you charge across the thing and grab the old man, basically intending to put an end to him right there by splattering his skull on the plexiglass or whatever it is, floors of the facility. But your body stops just short of it, just like a quarter inch from him making impact. He's jostling like, Subject 53, did you really think you could harm me? Let's go into something a bit more offensive on my part. And Cyber Squatch, you go dark, but let's roll initiative anyway, because Frakes, you're going to have to be Cyber Squatch zombie mode.
Oh
no. Okay. Does that change anything with my stats?
Changes everything.
Yeah. Rebuild it real quick.
Zombie mode.
It does not. You are still the beastly Avenger that you are. Let me get my scratch paper.
Sorry, everybody. It's what my character would do.
Boo.
What my character would do.
I really hate that excuse, but I just can't not. It's in my flaws.
To attack Nazis?
Where is
That's not a flaw, man.
Yeah. You're supposed to take real flaws.
Hatred. The Immortal Axis is the group that corrupted Cyber Squatch from his original form, causing him to be shunned by his fellow Sasquatch. He holds an intense hatred for this organization over any other evil organization and will sacrifice himself to destroy them.
All right, give me the initiatives, everyone.
What your character would do.
Yep. From character creation.
26.
26 for Cosmic Knights.
Ooh, I might got you beat with a 11.
Cyber Squatch 11. Bubblegum.
27.
Every time.
Sorry.
I have a plus 14.
I got a
22.
plus 13. So you rolled a 13 and I rolled a 14? No.
No.
You rolled a 12.
Defrag.
22, I said it once already.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry about that.
All right. So Bubblegum, you see this happen. Cyber Squatch basically goes literal apeshit and leaps out, grabs the old man, and looks like he's gonna smash him down like a coconut, but stops. The old man says something briefly, and then you see his normal green cybernetic eye turn bright red, and the light of knowledge or of consciousness kind of leave the other natural eye. What are you doing?
Bubblegum has read enough comics and watched enough stuff to know that he's gone into evil mode. She just knows this deep within herself.
A little mustache appears on his upper lip.
Yeah, a little goatee.
A little Wario stash.
That's exactly what I was going to say. He's the Wario version now.
A slot opens up right under his nose, and a metal Hitler stash pops out
with steam jets.
She's gonna be like a rock. And how far am I? Are we all kind of bunched up together?
Yeah, you guys are in a room.
Situation?
He ran out the room and attacked an old man in the hall.
Okay, so I'm gonna run out after him, and I'm gonna try to tackle him. I'm gonna try to. What's that thing you can do? Hold on a second. I'm checking. Is it called a power stun or something? Or a charge or some snitty beady bada bada?
Power stun.
Slam attack.
That's when you fly into them.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. You can charge right into your target using your momentum to strengthen your attack, but potentially receiving some damage from the impact yourself. Damage rank for your attack equals your movement speed rank, your normal damage rank, with a +1 circumstance bonus.
So it's either your speed rank or a normal damage rank, but you get a +1.
What's my normal damage rank? What's that at? Close combat?
It's whatever.
Either you're unarmed or my Star Sword's a 12. My unarmed's a 12.
Yeah, what's your skadoosh?
12.
So 12.
Okay.
So
it'd be 13.
Okay. Do I have to roll something?
Yeah, you have to roll against.
You still attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That is 26.
All right. What's your parry, Cyber Squatch?
21.
All right.
Now I need to do my toughness roll.
Yep. Versus what is that? 28.
Natural 20.
Oh, natural 20?
Yeah,
might be the
28.
It's the second natural 20 I've rolled since playing this particular system.
All right, what does that get you with the +5?
36.
Okay. Bubblegum, you move to try and quickly curtail the situation. However, the zombified Cyber Squatch is just too quick for you. He's basically brushes you aside, sending you sprawling down the hall.
Well, shit.
And doing no damage. Cosmic Knight, your compatriots are fighting all of a sudden.
Yeah, and I'll shout out, "Watch out! He's gone Wario!"
It's gone Wario.
Because he tried to, we don't know yet what Jeff knows, right?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I just know his eyes went from green to red. Not cool.
I was mid conversation with the hangry maw about I could probably eat more pizza rolls than you if I wanted to, and then all this happened.
Of 6.
Uh-oh. And then all hell broke loose. I see Cosmic Knight or Cyber Swatch try to slam the god, and then Bubblegum fly into him and bounce off. Not wanting to attack our companion and not knowing that the Nazi's a bad guy.
That's true. You don't really have much of a connection really between accents and various things.
No, I mean, I've seen movies.
You know what dragon accent is? Scottish.
Well, you have seen every Indiana
Jones
sure.
movie. Yeah. So
Yeah,
this guy does sound like a bad guy from Indiana
He
Jones.
sounds like a bad guy, but he's human. He's just he's a dude.
He's just an old man in a yellow jumpsuit.
Yeah, it doesn't initially. I don't think it would initially jump out at me as like, hey, he's the bad guy. But I'm not going to attack.
I mean, you do know he's a villain because he's here.
Yeah, but he's got perks. He's like a good prisoner. He's like Dexter. He's a good serial killer. Yeah.
He's a model prisoner.
He's the prisoner that all the other prisoners should aspire to be like.
An old Nazi.
Former war criminal.
I'm going to put myself between the party and Cyber Squatch. I'm going to summon my shield. I was trying to think, maybe I could. I'm going to try not knowing. I'm going to try a persuasion on Cyber Squatch.
All right.
To, like, calm him down.
Give it a go.
Yeah, I'll give it a go. I got a +5.
Okay.
Hey, 14.
14. What are you saying to Cyber Squatch?
Hey, man, remember the good days when we watched Tremors at that Halloween party? Don't do this.
Don't do this, man. You're going to end up in the bone orchard, man.
You're already in prison, but they won't let you leave.
It doesn't look like, well, I'll go ahead and let you make a save. Frakes, give me a will.
Ooh, it's my worst save. Hey, natural 19.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
28.
Your in-program defenses basically edit the words coming out of out of Cosmic Knight's mouth as he says them. You were my enemy, man. We had nothing but bad times. Remember that movie you sucked at watching with me?
I hate trees and stuff.
Nobody thinks Sasquatches are cool.
Yeah.
Let's see.
When I get back, I'm going to burn down the woods.
The old man slips out of Cyber Squatch's hand and writes himself, Warden, I am being attacked by these visitors. I have done nothing but I've been a model prisoner. Only one here is saving me is Cyber Squatch. He's protecting me from his friends. You hear the warden sound out. I will have to review the tapes. In the meantime, the three of you, Cosmic Knight, Bubblegum, and Defrag, feel your lanyard basically shut off, and all the countermeasures that are built to suppress powers go into effect. This will take 20 seconds. Cyber Squatch, destroy them now. Defrag, you go.
I'm thinking.
You have 3 rounds without powers. What are you doing?
We have 3 rounds before we lose our powers, or 3 rounds without powers?
Yeah, like the warden is reviewing the situation.
So, okay, question. Like, if I turn off my powers, then my stats are how they are outside of
That's what I've been doing. I've just been going off of stats, just ignoring my power tab completely.
Okay. Cause yeah, like we have our natural strength or whatever, like that's not a power.
No.
Okay. Cool.
At least not as far as this is concerned.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like if it doesn't what?
I turned my powers off. My toughness went from 12 to 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Defrag, have you decided what you're doing?
Look at them just say run.
Okay.
Yeah. Evade. Maneuvers.
And you're running then?
Yeah.
All right. Defrag takes off down the halls of the prison. Cyber Squatch. Did I skip someone? No. Oh,
Nope.
Cyber Squatch. You get the zombified Cyber Squatch gets the order. Kills him quickly.
Are my systems, I'm assuming, are all active because that's the only thing that's active right now.
Yeah. The only cognitive awarenesses you have is your general like threat assessment. So assess which one you think is the most threatening with
Yeah,
powers.
The guy right in front of you, probably.
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to expend an extra effort to give myself another standard action.
Okay.
And when I do that, I'm going to electricity purge, burst area affliction. Everybody's got to roll a save.
Okay. I'll roll for the 4.
How big's your area?
It is close, which I think is 30 feet. Yeah, 30 feet radius sphere.
That should be outside that.
Cybers, yeah. Defrag will be outside of it. He took off.
Me and Bubblegum are right there.
Yeah.
And it is
What's the
fortitude.
All right.
DC 18.
Oh, I
18.
got it.
Yeah, I
27.
got it. Easy.
All right, what does it do?
You impose some debilitating condition or conditions on a target. You set you can resist with fortitude. So I guess you just resist.
Okay.
There's no. It's like I missed you.
You didn't miss some of the NPCs. So what does it do?
Oh, I forgot about them. Honestly, it does first degree vulnerable, second degree defenseless, third degree incapacitated.
So shouldn't this affect the doctor also?
No, it's selective.
Okay, selective.
That is an aspect that I added to it.
All right. And if you fail by 4 degrees, then you are
Unconscious. You're incapacitated.
all right. Congratulations. You have managed, due to my incredibly low rolls. I rolled 3 2s on 4d20.
All right.
You managed to knock out Sorcerina, the 101, and Eagle Scream, leaving only Hangry Maw standing, looking terrified, like his hand halfway to his mouth with pills falling on the ground.
And then for my second standard action, can I line up either Cosmic Knight and Defrag, Bubblegum and Defrag, or Cosmic Knight and, any combination of 2 or more of them?
You can probably I'm gonna say Defrag is probably a single target only, and the other 2 you can get together.
I'll take both of them out with a line damage from my blast area effect integrated arm cannon. So they both need to give me reflex saves or dexterity saves.
Dodge, parry, dodge.
Yeah, because
does evasion still count?
yep. Because
Okay.
That's a talent, not a power.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
that's what you were asking. Sorry.
So that
Thought you
makes
were asking
26.
26, all right.
I rolled really badly, and I think I'm going to use my hero point.
All right.
Yep. I'm going to use my hero point to reroll.
Okay.
Improve roll. Hero point allows you to reroll any die roll you make. On a result of 1 through 10 on the second die roll, add 10 instead. So reroll will be at least a 10 on the die, which is great because I rolled a 5. So that gives me a 22 still.
All right. Then you 2 leap out of the way of the arm cannon.
Yes, which so a successful dodge on the DC makes the toughness DC 19.
All right.
So I think you still take half damage from this.
No. What? There's no half damage.
No, that works.
Oh, you're right. Then why would it say a successful dodge makes the toughness DC 19?
What's the DC normally?
24.
So the DC is lower because I dodged.
All right. Then you have to make the toughness.
Oh, I'm sorry, DC 19. Wait, this is so fucking confusing the way they wrote this.
That is like the main theme in this game, I feel. Okay, it's not the main theme, but it's a sub theme.
So it's got range, DC 24, line area, 5 feet wide by 30 feet long, DC 19, increased range, ranged, unreliable.
Yeah. So if you're doing it as a line, the DC is 19. If you're doing it as just like a shot at one person, The regular range shot than the DC.
Okay.
That
So
makes sense.
Yeah. So.
all right. So they both dodge out of the way.
Yeah.
But then DC a successful dodge on the DC 18 makes the toughness DC 19. There is no DC 18. What? Okay, so y'all are fine. I'm just saying.
All right. Then we're at the top of the round. Bubblegum, what are you doing? Defrag told everyone to hoof it, and he hoofed it.
Yeah. You said 3 rounds, right?
Yep.
I think I'm gonna run.
Okay.
I'm gonna run.
All right. Bubblegum runs. Run. Are you running the same way as Defrag or down a different hall?
I think I'm gonna go down a different hall.
All
I
right.
think that's the best idea is for us to split up and try to try to make it hectic for a little while. So
Gotcha.
that they can see.
Cosmic Knight.
I'm going to punch Cyber Squatch.
Okay.
Because while my toughness went down to 4, my strength is still 9.
Okay.
So, all right. 24.
24 will
that
hit, I
definitely
believe.
gets me. Yep.
Yeah.
Here is 21.
DC 24.
All right. Nope, 21.
All right.
Okay.
So you are bruised. So I just go. My shield. I see the cosmic circling of my shield just kind of fade because I guess all my powers, even though they're technical, are also gone. Because yeah. So now it's just a plain old metal shield, and then I can't grab my sword because it's not coming to my hand. So I just reach up and bop him in the nose.
Okay.
And then I look at my companions and go, I hope they make it. This will be Cosmic Knight's heroic stand.
Dr. Von Blot backs away, and you see him begin saying a bunch of like strange terms in German, and you see that as he's saying that parts of Cyber Squatch reconfigure themselves, dislodging from his body a portion of the metal from his back. That basically Spider walks over to Blot, who reaches down his arm, and it wraps around his arm, becoming a weapon. I love little surprises. It's what makes the job worthwhile. And he he springs to action towards you, Cosmic Knight, attempting to fire at you. But all that prep and busy work took the whole round. So basically, he's bearing down on you with some sort of arm cannon that has basically popped out of Cyber Squatch and wrapped around his arm.
So does that change my arm cannon? Like either take the line or the blast effect away, or limit its damage or something?
It does not. It actually gives you a, if it matters later on, an initiative bonus. You've lost weight.
Okay, cool.
Defrag.
Keep running as fast as possible, and then we'll also send a through communications what's pretty much going on from what I can figure out.
All right. As you try to get a hold of your comms, you can see that your signals are blocked by the icebox itself. The only voice you hear coming back to you is the warden's voice. Mr. Defrag, I am reviewing the tapes. Please maintain your calm. We will adjudicate the situation momentarily.
Please correlate between I actually will say the doctor's name.
Dr. Von Blot.
Dr. Von Blot, and connections with Cyber Squatch through Nazi time period.
Immortal Axis,
excuse me.
Noted. Thank you for this research assistance. You hear a beep as it disappears out of your range. You see a number of the prisoners that with the walls that are transparent enough to watch you rush to the edges, and they begin watching you. Some of them begin shouting and jeering as you go by. Cyber Squatch, it's your go.
Okay, the only target that I have in front of me is either the unconscious prisoners or my companion, Cosmic Knight.
What?
Angry Ball.
There's one conscious prisoner, the angry maw, the hangry maw, who is terrified.
Okay.
Your internal threat assessment, it has a lot of downloaded data. The hangry maw, is let's call it a level 10 threat if uncontained.
And Cosmic Knight is the
Less.
same. Oh, less.
Bullshit. I am now.
Okay. Then I'm gonna, seeing as my energy weapons didn't work, my internal computations switch over to melee, and I will multi-attack both Cosmic Knight and the Hangry Maw
Okay.
with my Squatch Slash, all out attacking. And if I need to do extra effort on that, I will. No, so with the extra effort, am I fatigued or anything?
Since you're serving a villain role currently, no.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Spend a
Just
hero
to-
point at the start of your next. Sorry. Yeah.
Essentially, you're just doing the combat for an evil robot at this point.
Okay. So I'm actually going to get rid of my hero point because that's what it takes to use an extra effort, right?
Sure.
No.
Yeah. Oh, that's the hero. I see hero point uses or all these other things.
Extra effort actually makes you fatigued afterwards.
Yes.
Okay. But since I am evil right now, that
should still work.
Do you want this to be a fun combat or not?
Okay.
All right.
well, all out attacking, the +2s will counteract the fatigue. And is that a die roll for each one since it's a multi-attack? Or
I believe
does
so.
one? Okay. All right. So the Hangry Maw, I roll a 17 on.
Okay.
And Cosmic Knight, I roll a 23 on.
Okay.
That'll hit.
And that'll hit.
Okay.
The Hangry Maw is basically just wearing a dickie, a space dickie.
All right. That's a DC 26 toughness.
Okay. Let's see. The Hangry Maw, you punch, but surprisingly, despite his frail looks, he takes the blow pretty handily. He's like, geez, and you can see the mouth or Cosmic, you can see the mouth behind its cage, open and mutter a little bit, it gives its own guttural growl. What about you, Cosmic Knight?
I'm trying to do the math. I'm incapacitated.
Oh no.
Yeah, my toughness is 4.
Oh yeah. The Cosmic Knight.
Yeah, I got an 11 total.
Oof. All right, you knocked the Cosmic Knight out.
It seems like that's not fair.
Well, it's not meant to be fair.
You wanted a fun combat, right?
Let's see. Cyber Squatch. We're back around to Bubblegum. Bubblegum, you're moving down the halls.
Was running.
Yeah, you're running down the halls. Are you keeping going, or are you
Yep.
just moving to a safe distance?
I was running. Forrest Gump, they had to tell him when to stop.
Okay. As you're running down the halls, you can see almost the kind of same scene that I described to Defrag. You are running past areas where they can see you and looking out, and it's like the only exciting thing that's happened all day. You slide around a corner and you can see that you're at the doorway to a room with a bunch of super criminals sitting around at tables watching a very large television. And some of them are playing cards, some of them are playing chess, some of them are just brooding. You found the day room. You look up at the TV just reflexively, like most people do when they see a TV, and you can see that there is a news report going on. Junior Crusaders of Justice defeat Princess and Frog Robot Army, and you see Billy and Prince Grack in their superhero outfits being led by Adam the Cat, as they're basically tussling with a bunch of frog-like robot men. And you can see the little girl that you guys knocked out several months ago. Apparently out and at it again. But that's just a little distraction, as you're basically left with an option: either go in there with them or find a different route.
Am I deciding this turn?
You can, yeah.
I think I'm just gonna, linger in the doorway and see that and feel pride and a little bit of like I wish that girl had listened to me. And then keep moving.
All right. Whatever you were watching on TV had to be days ago for it to be beamed all the way up here. So let's see. We're at Cosmic Night. Cosmic Night, you're out for now. Right.
I mean, even if I was near death, I have the diehard feat where I stabilize automatically, but I can still be killed with the Nazi can still walk up and kill me.
Okay. Wow, Cyber Squatch, you see the Dr. Von Blot turn his harvested weapon towards the Hangry Maw and fire it at him. Let's see. This time knocking him down. Come, we must go. We must go. We do not have much time, my minion.
This is completely up to him. I have no willpower at this point. Are we fleeing or am I hunting down my former companions?
Our primary objective is to escape.
Okay.
And he begins heading in the direction of the space dock.
Cyber Squatch complies.
Defrag.
I'll keep moving because there's nothing else I can do right this second.
You keep moving, but like as soon as you begin pumping your legs again after your brief conversation with the warden, the warden reappears. Your research has aided me in my assessment. No, the assault was not, in fact, your party's responsibility. It is the sole responsibility of one Cyber Squatch. I am shutting down his powers as we speak. And Cyber Squatch, you come awake. And you can feel your cybernetic side dragging you forward as your flesh side is like just stunned, and you can see the old man moving as quickly as his old bones can take him toward the front, toward the docks. You hear him shout over his shoulder, "When we come up to the soldiers, I need you to take them all out. If you have any broad spectrum weaponry available, use it. You are conscious. Meanwhile, the rest of you, Bubblegum, Defrag, Cosmic Knight, you wake up. You get you drop down to let's drop you down to the second tier as your powers flick back on.
Staggered?
Yeah, you drop down to staggered as your powers flick back on. You're on the ground. The four parolees are scattered all around you. Everyone is gone.
My powers are back?
Yes, your powers are back, though.
And I instinctively reach out to do a burst heal, not just for me, but everybody that's around.
Okay.
With a natural 18, so that's 3 degrees. So anybody would go up 3 degrees.
Okay.
Puts me back up to full.
All right. Cosmic Knight struggles to his feet. He lets out a blast of healing energy, and the parolees start groggily getting up. You hear Eagle Scream let out his trademark Eagle Scream as he basically stands ready for combat. What's going on?
Where did they go?
You hear the groggy voice of Hangry Maw. It's like, they spread out. I think the old man took the Sasquatch toward the docking bay.
Then I will zoop that way at 600 miles per hour.
Okay. You guys hear a minor sonic boom. But Defrag, it was your turn. I was just going through like what was going on. Go ahead. Your powers have returned.
And then teleport back to Cosmic Knight.
All right, you teleport to Cosmic Knight and see him immediately blow right by you as you do.
And then look for Bubblegum.
Mm,
We'll try to connect through the comms and see where everybody's at.
All right, your comms, your HUD flashes to life. Minerva basically comes back online. Oh my gosh, that was scary. Let's see. Here you go, Chief. She's over here next to the rec room.
Plot a course from her to do we see where Cyber Squatch is at? Because we should still have a connection to his comms.
Yes, he's heading toward the docking bay. He's got the old man with him.
Mark everything on everybody's HUDs so they can see where it's at, and then move that direction.
All right.
Tell the ex-prisoners to form up and make sure everybody's all right. Then head towards the shuttle area.
Will do. Oh no, you're doing that. Yeah.
Yes.
They get to their feet and they all nod and begin heading that direction. Cyber Squatch, you are basically two entities now. The robotic part of you that has become fully active and has basically taken over half your body, half your physicality, half your mind.
And I have no control over those powers.
You will have to fight for them to use them, but you're basically standing at the end of a hall with an old man who's got a weapon. He is already firing it at some of the prison guards. And he's like, now, takes it out now.
Then I will fight for control.
All right.
To do another burst targeting him.
Okay.
Instead of them.
All right. Win or lose, the burst is going off.
Yes. What do I roll?
Let's do will.
Oh, okay. 14.
14, the cybernetic part of you wrests control, even as you try to subvert the programming, and the blast goes off, sparing Von Blott and attacking the prison guards. They crumple around you, and Von Blott smiles. You always were my favorite subject, 53. Let us go.
Damn, I don't have a bite attack. Okay. And my arms all of my limbs are metal, so I can't muscle out and grab him with my squatch arm.
I'll give you one more chance to wrest control.
Okay.
Use the strong hand.
Use the tripod.
Use the cock.
Use the cock, Luke.
16.
You wrestle a portion of control back from the programming, but it's not a lot, and you don't have access to much. You have enough juice, so to speak, to fuck up the works by fucking up your
works. Okay.
Yes.
Then I will take my squatch arm, my slashing arm, and I will drive it into my own chest.
Okay. As Blatt looks horrified, as you bring your huge metal arm and slam it into your chest, there is a spray of blood and oil that splashes across his prison uniform and his face. He's like, "No, what are you doing? Boo!" You begin to spark and shower various fluids, liquids, both biological and mechanical, as you sink to your knees. The first part of you that goes dark is the cybernetic part, leaving only the flesh parts there. You know that you only have a few heartbeats left.
You will not control me.
Idiot. He brings up his gun arm, but that's the last thing you see. The last thing you see is a gleam of silver armor as Cosmic Knight explodes into the room at 600 miles an hour. Cosmic Knight, what do you do?
It's actually 1,000 miles per hour. I said it wrong before. I'm sorry.
Oh, so sorry.
All right. Is it my turn?
No, I was just heralding your arrival. It's actually it's actually Bubblegum's turn. Bubblegum, you are given the heads up as to where everyone is. Did you teleport to her? Defrag?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I was just sending the transmission of where everybody's located at.
All right.
So Bubblegum feels her powers come back on.
Yep.
and sees where everyone is. And we've been to that area before, right?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. So Bubblegum's gonna teleport there.
Okay.
And
There you go. I don't know. Did that pick up?
No, it
was
did not.
a strange sound.
Yeah.
It was a popping noise, but anyway.
It sounded more like a.
Yeah, I didn't know what happened.
Well, there was a pop after that. Like anyway.
Okay. Yes.
You appear. Here's the scene you see. Cyber Squatch. He's got his arm buried in his chest. He's on his knees. The lights in his cybernetic side have gone out. And you see like blood and oil leaking out of his body as his eyes get bleary. Sorry, that's the word I'm looking for. As his eyes go bleary. Meanwhile, Cosmic Knight has just arrived at roughly the same time as you. What are you doing?
Did anybody say anything about the old guy?
Yes, I sent. Well, no, because I could not send it to y'all.
Well, he's got a gun now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a gun. A lot of prison guards around him are down.
Okay, well, all right. Seeing that, I'm just gonna take the leap and be like, "Hey, you old fuck," and skaboosh.
All right.
That is 29.
29. He does not make that. However, he is a little hardier than you thought. He takes the blow, and blood flows out his nose. He staggers for a moment, but he's still up. Yo.
Don't he have to do the thing?
Toughness.
Yeah, I did. I rolled it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, your DC 27, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not. I got a 25, by the way. That's why.
He's just bruised.
He is bruised. Cosmic Knights.
Seeing Cyber Squatch go down, I will free action burst heal as I'm flying through at full speed. I don't know if it'll save him or not, but it would bring him up 2 degrees.
Okay.
But both hands, like I'm flying like a bullet towards the Nazi.
Yeah.
And now that I know he's a bad guy Nazi, the sword forms, and I'm going to do what we talked about earlier. I'm going to fly straight into him doing the slam attack.
Okay.
But I'm also going to throw an extra effort into it.
All right.
So that would increase the... I'm moving my full speed. If you move your full speed before you charge, increase your damage by either means by an additional +1. So I don't think I have enough space to actually full speed into the guy. But I'm essentially going to do the slam, which should give it a +1 on its own, and then the extra effort to give it another +1 to the power to increase the DC. It'll give me a +14 to hit instead of a +12.
All right, roll a hit. Don't roll a 1 because this guy's.
I did not.
All right.
It's single digit, but it's the highest single digit you could get. So,
what's the DC?
It was a 23 to hit. Now the DC also goes up by 2, so it went from 27 to 8. It's 29.
All right. Is this a killing blow?
It's not mathematically 1, but I was striking to kill with a sword that cuts through just about anything.
Well, you do, because once you stop on the other side of him, his head slides off his neck and falls down. His shocked face bouncing off the floor and rolling to Cyber Squatch's knees, where he is slumped down, seemingly dead. Von Blot, dead. Defrag.
Teleport.
You defrag, you teleport there. You see the scene just as it ends. The Von Blot's head rolling towards Cyber Squatch and his body still standing for a moment and falling over.
What's up with Cyber Squatch? I can't tell he's down.
Minerva tells you that she's not getting any electrical activities from him at all. It looks like he is barely hanging on physically. Like, the parts of him that are living creature are still living, but only for the next few moments. The parts of it that kept him going were mostly machine. And you'd have to find some way to take over just to keep him stabilized.
So my magical healing didn't do anything for him?
Your magical healing kept him alive for a couple rounds.
Can I use nanite repair foam, which will basically repair any kind of physical object? This is my version of trying to repair non-living equipment.
All right. Go ahead.
Let's see. Nanite repair foam. Okay. It's affects objects only. Cone area, 60-foot cone. DC's 23, persistent and restorative.
Okay. Do you have to roll for that, or what's going on?
It's a plus 13. It's a DC. It's a cone area healing 13.
Okay. You use the power. The nano repair goes into action. Minerva says she's getting some sort of signals, but there's just too much damage from the shock of it all. Plus, she's getting a lot of strange life side readings, and you hear a voice talking over Minerva outside of your HUD space. This creature, this cyber squatch, he will not be healed here if he is to be healed. He is too far away from a world with the life to do it. You would have to get him back to Earth at, well, magical speeds.
Bifrost, summoned Bifrost.
You got a motherfucking Bifrost?
Yep.
I mean, unless you just want to die.
No, I'm fine with it. It's just...
It gives me space travel, and I can even go to other galaxies with it.
Instantaneously?
It is extra dimensional. Hold on one second. Let me pull all the information up for it. It's dimensional. I can go to any dimension. I can carry 400 pounds. Space travel 3. Other galaxies increased mass portal.
Cyber Squatch weighs more than 400 pounds.
For sure.
Well, it's a portal, so if I can get him to go through it,
It just kicked me through. Let's see. Personal. Well, not much more. 528 pounds.
Oh, all right. The Sorcerina saunters into the room. Yes, this creature, he requires the aid of his people, or at least an equivalent species. Do you know any creatures that are fairies?
yes.
What?
Surprise! Yeah.
All right. Get everybody, and this is based off my teleport skill, so it's dimensional port, and Bifrost's movement 6 skill, so it lets me. I did a portal version of it, so it lets us transport from one location, so we can go from planet to planet.
All right. You summon the portal, and the parolees look at you. Where is the portal coming out?
I guess back to East Coast.
The mansion?
Yeah.
All righty. The portal opens up on the mansion. Let's say the parlor. or actually, do you have a specific area in the mansion you want to open up to?
I figure out to like the garage area.
Okay, so underground at the technical bay. Gotcha. The portal opens up, and you can see on the other side, blearily through the portal's energy, you can see Rena Barber. She is looking over some equipment and eating a sandwich. Not totally, not expecting a huge portal to open up. Who's going there first?
I'll be last.
All right.
I'll go
Cosmic Knight.
third.
Someone who's carrying Cyber Squatch is the question. Who's pushing him through?
I feel like, so this is while you guys are doing all this, I haven't moved.
Okay.
Because this is the first human I've killed since I've had to talk with Adam Cat.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Cosmic Knight is a bit mentally out of it right now.
Okay.
So he'll need to be coerced to go.
Okay. The parolees have no such compunctions on their side. If they can get an instantaneous ride to Earth, the sure as shit will take it. The Eagle Scream and the 1001 grab both grab a limb of Cyber Squatch as they move toward the portal, dragging him along, leaving behind a lot of blood and oil. And you guys see them disappear on the other side. The Hangry Maw tentatively steps up to it. He nibbles down a few pills and steps through as well. You also can see Rena utterly fucking shocked, and she throws her sandwich in the air in surprise. Sorcerina looks around and says, "I've always hated this place, and I'm glad to leave. And I thank you for making the trip so easy." And she steps backward through the portal, spinning around with her arms out, as if to take in the air of Earth, leaving behind just the team, the 3-member team.
I'll go.
All right, you step through. Defrag and Cosmic Knight are the only ones left.
Cosmic Knight.
I'll go back through and grab Cosmic Knight.
Okay.
Pull him along.
All right, Cosmic Knight, you're led gently along like a child through the portal, if you let yourself be.
Yeah, he's in shock.
Okay. Finally, everyone is through. Defrag. You see the orb appear. I apologize for the inconvenience of this situation. I will report to the property authorities about the incident. I apologize for not being more discerning in my trustees, but to be fair, he was a model prisoner.
And that was probably something that should have been a clue.
I shall have to put it in my data and reassess several more. Thank you for your visit and the educational opportunity. I shall inform Captain Corbett that you are taking this way home.
Alternative means. Thank you.
You step through, the portal disappears, and you can see that Rena already, by the time you're through, Rena already has Cyber Squatch on his charging bay, and they've summoned down the nurse from upstairs. As you guys are watching, as they're trying desperately to keep Cyber Squatch alive, parts of him keep failing, and that are mechanical, and the flesh parts of him keep going further and further downhill. However, it looks like at least a little bit he is healing naturally at an amazing rate on the physical side.
Where's Prince Greg?
He doesn't show when you call him.
And I'll just say in general to everybody that's around.
I think he's on an away mission with Adam the Cat or training something.
Remember, Bubblegum, you can call him from anywhere. Knock on a door, and he'll come through it.
Well, actually, you're on Earth now, so you can just call him.
Yeah. Hey, man.
Yeah, I mean, do we need him right now? Because if I call him, he's going to come all the way here.
Well, we need a Fae.
Oh, okay,
and she is one of them because we need the Fae for the Cyber Squatch.
You know, you got to be more explicit sometimes with these things. And then I'll call him.
All right. Before you finish having
wondering who's the Fae that you
know. Before you finish having his name out of your mouth, he basically steps out from behind you. Yes, mistress.
Defrag needs your help.
His face falls. Yes, Defrag.
Make your princess proud and look over at Sir Cyber Squatch and please assist us with repairing him.
Oh no. Ugh. The goblin, he's still in his superhero outfit of witch boy. He's still got the tall witch hat. He's wearing his purple and his green.
And you look good.
He flies up in the air, looks around, spins around the body. He's like, this is beyond my capacity to help with. My magic only really does cursing. But grandfather could probably get him where he needs to be. If you don't mind, another trip.
What will be needed?
Only the knowledge that you take with you. 1 Hospitality is of utmost importance in my home. Respect it. 2, do not make any bargains you do not intend to keep, or you do not understand that you are making. And of course, 3, there's no guarantees you'll get what you want.
Is there a gift that we could give to the Feylord that would make him more conducive to our needs?
The
proper gift.
The little green boy smiled and says, "Oh, I think he's going to be very excited to see your friend. The gift might not even be necessary." He
proper when you're asking for a request from a Feylord to bring some sort of present to show that you're acknowledging their...
He nods. "That I can't help you with. You're just going to have to wing it, I'm afraid. However, you've collected a few trinkets around here that might interest Grandfather. Well, that thing over there." He points to one of Six Gun Gorilla's 6-gun. This is highly magical. Very valuable. That would probably suffice.
Oy. Please get in touch with Adam. We'll contact Duncan, see where if Duncan knows where Adam's at, tell him that we need him.
All right.
If I need to bring him back, I'll bring him back.
You call up comms. Duncan is shocked. "Oh, Jesus. I did not expect you guys back so fast. Yeah, I'm actually I'm on the away mission with Adam and Techno Kid. They made me suit up for this. I hate doing field work. You got the other kid, the teleporting kid?
Yeah.
Send him back for us. The mission's done. We're just clearing things up with the cops right now."
I can actually make a portal there, and they can just come through.
All right. You open a portal to Connecticut, where there was some sort of low stakes criminal operation that they were trying to deal with. And as soon as you open it up, Adam flies through, and Billy jets through as well, followed by Duncan, and he's wearing. Duncan is I don't know if I've described the character to you, your comms guy, but he's sort of like a middle-aged, pudgy guy, balding on top. He's wearing like a spandex outfit with a cape, with an S on it. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna get out of this. I'm so glad you're back. Oh, thank God." And you see that his entire costume is just soaked with blood. And as he's walking up, you can see that there are like bullets ejecting themselves from his body, just pushing themselves out as he heals. Yeah.
That looks so pleasant.
Yeah, well, the suicide man, he doesn't like doing too much outside of his regular job.
I wouldn't either if my superhero power was suicide.
he has amazing healing factor, but it doesn't really do much to dull the pain.
Suicide ain't painless. Ba, 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 ba.
Anyway, Adam flies over to Cyber Squatch. All right, give me the rundown. And as you guys do, we'll pull out, draw out, and continue next week. This issue was called issue 19, Blood and Steel. Who would like to do a cover for it?
It's just Cyber Squatch, but with the evil Hitler stash that has the steam jets puffing out the side of it.
Anybody else? Oh, come on. You can't just do that one.
That's the one. I mean, nobody can top my majesty.
My thinking is an action shot of the team fighting Cyber Squatch.
That's a good one, too.
With Defrag running.
Defrag in the background, just or in the foreground. Defrag's in the foreground, and you see on his face
going towards the exit sign.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
just a behind the scenes shot of Terrence saying, "You want this to be a fun fight, right?" And then immediately my character being knocked unconscious.
That's in the bullpen
other
cartoon.
Two of us fleeing.
Yeah. I was also thinking that as they turn around from the hubbub, Cosmic Knight has left.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that.
All right. And we'll leave you till next time. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night. And Merry Christmas, probably. I don't know when this comes out.
This will be after Christmas.
All right.
But it was recorded before Christmas.
Happy New Year, then.
Happy holidays.
Or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
Happy Valentine's Day. I'm really slow at editing these.
Whenever it comes out, have a happy one.
Happy 4th.
Yeah, oh, Jesus.